welcome back. So how are you today? So I haven't been receiving many questions throughout the comments yet to continue on with, but I am being guided to keep bringing up in different videos what may be blocking you from connecting to your beautiful spirit guides, because there are so many people out there that keep asking for spirit guide videos, that want to know more, that are fascinated by the subject. And in this video, I'm being drawn to ask you a question. Actually, I'm being drawn to ask this question today. I've been guided. So, why is it that you feel you want to connect to your spirit guides? What is it that you hope to achieve by connecting to them? Is what I've been asked to ask you today. That's what they're telling me to ask you today. What is it you're hoping to achieve by connecting with your spirit guides? What is it that you hope to get out of it? Why is it that you want that connection? I'll let you sit with it for a minute. You know, you can always pause, have a think, and then come back. It's very important to ask yourself. That's why we ask you so many questions in these videos. We're prompting you to look at yourself, at what's going on all the time. And your spirit guides, because they brought you here. You may not even realize that. They have brought you here because they're trying to communicate with you. They want to communicate with you. They have brought you here. And from what I've been reading from so many of you, they have been giving you so many signs that they exist, that they are real. But what was coming up for me today was, as I was thinking about, why are so many people fascinated with connecting to their spirit guides? Do you feel that it will make you more spiritual? Do you feel you'll be in a better place if you're connected to your spirit guides? What is it that you're looking to gain? Let me know in the comments, because then I always get guidance as to how to address that in another video. Let me know in the comments. That's what the comments are there for. Okay? So that we can answer your questions, because your spirit guides have brought you here for a reason. And you may think the reason is for you to communicate with them, and it may not be the reason. It might be a bigger reason than that. And there were two things that were coming up for me today when I was thinking of this question. What are we hoping to achieve with that? The first one was when I was talking about, because I was listening to the video about failures today. I go through them sometimes to get new ideas. And in that beautiful video about failures were all my beautiful projects that I put together, chasing the money, chasing it. I'll do this and I'll become rich and I can pay everything off. And I'll do that and I'll get all this money and I'll be free, right? Financial freedom was the key. It wasn't so much about being rich, but financial freedom was what I was looking for. But we are free. It's just that we've been conditioned to think that this is what freedom looks like. So I'm going to let you sit with that for a minute. The other thing that came up for me is that when I started to communicate with these beautiful beings, that it wasn't something that I was expecting. I wasn't looking for it. It kind of just happened. I don't even know how it happened. Yesterday I'd caught up to have lunch with a beautiful friend, and she brought her daughter. I used to teach her piano, and she was wee little thing. She was 7 years old. And we're having this discussion, and she was asking me, but what did you do? How did it happen? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like the beautiful downloads for the books. I was saying to her, I just sit there and the information just comes and all I do is type. I don't have to think. Actually, as soon as I start to think, it stops. Once I start to think, oh, what's next, or what should I write here, or once the thinking process kicks in, my mind kicks in, the writing stops. It just, like, one thing doesn't do the other. I can't even explain it, but I know that it feels like a download because I don't have to think. All I do is type. And it just comes. I type it, I type it, I type it until it's finished. I know when it's finished because it's like they say, okay, that's it. Done. Next. At the beginning, I always used to be sad thinking that's the last one. And then I was like, oh no, now it's next. So I actually finish them with joy now. Before there was this sadness of, oh, this is the last one, I'm finished. You know, there won't be any more. But now there is so many more to come next. I've already got like the next 4 books lined up that I'm thinking, oh, this is going to take forever. It's going to take the rest of my life now to complete all these books that they keep giving me. But I guess I was chosen because I know, they know that I've got the drive to see it through. That whatever they guided me to do, that I was a yes to. You know, I don't question it. I just, yes, okay. And when I started to read the information that's been coming through, energetically, I level up every time. I can't even explain it, but I just feel lighter and lighter, and like a weight has been taken off my shoulders every time with each new book. It's like, you know, I've released something, I've let go of something, and that process happens, as I was telling my beautiful friend and her daughter yesterday, because when I'm doing the editing stage of each book, I have to read that book 4 to 5 times. Once it's finished, I have to read it at least 4 to 5 times before it's completely finished, to pick up any mistakes, spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes or any kind of mistakes. You know, if I read a paragraph and I think, wow, that doesn't really make much sense to me as a human, I'm pretty sure no one else is going to understand it either. So I have to kind of rewrite it. You know, I have to find another way to explain it, that it's clear to anyone that reads it. So sometimes I'll have a paragraph like that, or as I'm editing, they'll throw through another paragraph that's like, oh, this needs to go there because it will give more clarity towards that concept, what they're trying to explain, you know? So in the editing process where I read it that many times, it becomes a part of me then. Like I get to ingest it, so to speak, you know, it's in me. I get to take on this new information because while I'm writing it all down, like I said, I'm typing. If I stop to think, that's it, it's lost. As soon as I stop to think, or I try to put myself in to what they're downloading, it stops. So I just have to allow, you know, and they know, like I said, they know me, they know you. They know that if they tell me do it this way, I'll do it that way. And if they say do this, I'll do that, you know. And, you know, years later, I thought all of it was a mistake. And why did I follow them at all? And, and this year I found out the magic of it all, of why it was done, the way it was done. And that now we are here and that people can have access to them, to enjoy all this beautiful information that takes off so much from us, you know, of us feeling unworthy, of us feeling all the conditioning, you know, that we've been through from our childhood. There is so much that you can let go of with these beautiful books. So that is one of the things I wanted to bring forward. All of these things that happened, I wasn't expecting. They weren't things that I asked for. The first book that I wrote in a frenzy over a year because I'd had enough of the human experience. I'd had enough of it. I'd had enough of the pain. I'd had enough of the suffering. I'd had enough. And I just got to the point where I thought, well, everything I've been chasing up until this point in my life has not brought me what I was chasing. The peace that I was chasing. Not that. It didn't come from that I'd been chasing. If I get that, I'll be at peace. And if I get that, I'll be happy. And if I get that, I'll feel loved. When that happens, I'll feel loved. And that when that happens, I'll feel loved was 3 times. My first partner, my husband, my daughter. 3 times for me to get the message that that's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. These are just human experiences. And today, I was filled with so much gratitude of the beautiful human experience that we can hug our children. That beautiful human experience is just priceless. When you hold your child and you feel so much love in your heart for them. And same with your partner. When you can, that hold, that embrace. And with my daughter, and I don't know how it started, but with her, we've always done this kiss on the forehead thing. And it's almost like, I see you. More than, because I grew up with a kiss on the cheek with my parents. But to me, a kiss on the cheek, half the time, it ends up in the air. You don't end up kissing the cheek at all. So it's almost like it's, I'm kissing the air, But for some reason, from when she was little, I used to kiss her feet. And it always took me back to that moment with Jesus when he kissed that woman's feet in the Bible. And I thought, what a beautiful moment to feel so much love for someone that you would kiss their feet. You would see them as the divine being that they are. You would see the divinity in them. The spirit, the light, whatever you want to call it. Yes, they have this human form. But within is the divine. Within is spirit. Within every single human form, without fail. And that, I think, was what led me to start kissing her forehead, and she would kiss mine. That I see you, I see the divine in you. And this was way before Reiki, before I even knew that we had the third eye thing going on, and before, all of that. Intuitively, we all started doing that at home. Even with my husband, I would kiss his forehead first and then his lips. Sometimes the other way around, but usually I will do his forehead first. To me, because I remember the first time he did it to me, I felt so blessed. I felt so loved. I felt so seen. It was such a beautiful moment for me, the moment he started doing it. I was doing it with my daughter for so long. And then, the day he did it to me, I felt so special. So in this beautiful video, what we're trying to get you to look at is the intention. What is it that you are hoping to gain from connecting to your spirit guides? What do you feel will be the end result? What is the goal of connecting with your spirit guides? Because that intention, that goal that we're asking you to look at carefully today, may be what's in the way. Just like me with money when I was chasing it, because it was going to bring me freedom, it was going to bring me joy, it was going to bring me all these things. The moment I gave up, that's not real, was the moment it stopped. I stopped chasing it. And then everything just fell into place. The house got paid off. The debts were paid off. We're comfortable, I'm still working 2 part-time jobs. My husband's still working his job, but we're happy. The joy didn't come because, buckets of loads of money came pouring in. So it was the moment I stopped chasing it, the moment I gave up was when the money came in and the debts were paid. And it was just enough to get us to a place where, okay, we're good. We have no debts. That's it, done. We're comfortable. We're good. I followed my heart every step of the way. I never questioned why take this path, why take that path, why go this way, why. I followed and followed and followed. The intuition is the word. Because until I started to see them, there was already something telling me. And everyone has that. I know it. There's a voice that's always telling you, do this, don't do that, follow this, don't follow that, don't pay attention to that, that's not for you, this is for you. So that intuition is what led me to write the books. It led me to do sound healing, which I love doing. Led me to do the Reiki. And through Reiki was that I got to meet them properly, my beautiful spirit guides. They are guiding you here for a reason. So in a way, you've already followed your intuition here. What you need to look at is the intention, what it is that you hope to gain. Because if it's that you'll feel more spiritual, you already are spirit. You see, your mind, the ego, will get in the way and try and tell you all these stories of why you are not spiritual, of why you are not evolved. That is the mind's job, the ego's job, to keep you in the human experience. Because that's what the soul came to do, to have this human experience. So how wasteful would it be if you were meant to come here and have this experience and you're too busy chasing something else? And the soul's sitting there waiting. Well, when are we going to get on with this experience? I came here to fall in love and you're too busy chasing. You're off with the fairies. You know, come on, fall in love already. I want to know what that feels like. That's your soul. It's waiting for you to have your human experience. So have your human experience, whatever that looks like. Enjoy it, all of it. Whether you get to see your spirit guides or not, they are definitely there. I know they're there because you're here. You're all following this, you know, the spirit guides, how to connect to your spirit guides. Intention, your intention might be what's keeping them at a distance. Your intention, because you have a belief that if you can connect to them somehow, you will be more spiritual, or there is a belief in place that's keeping them. You are chasing them, like I was chasing the money. You are chasing. And so it's hard for them to come through, because in chasing, when we chase something, we are saying it's not there. We're expressing a lack of it. In my case, lack of money. And I use that as an example so that you can see the two. When you say that you can't see your spirit guides, that they're not there, this is what you are creating in your reality. You are affirming that they're not there. So they can't come in, because it's like, well, she's saying we're not here. So we can't show up at the door. You know, we're not invited. She's saying we're not here. All the while, they've been giving you all these signs that, yes, we are. We're definitely here. Hello. Sending you numbers. All these synchronicities. This beautiful channel now that's all about spirit guides, and she's giving you all these messages of how to connect to us. Stop saying that you need to chase us because we're not there. Because we are. We are here. We've been here the whole time. We've been with you from the beginning. All right, my beautiful beings. So if you are chasing, it's because you are saying it's not there. If you are chasing it. If there's a feeling of desperation that you need to have them in your life, you are saying they're not already there. And they are already here. Even right now, as you're listening to me right now, they are next to you. They are with you at all times. So this is the message for today. That may be why you're finding it hard to connect. All right, I'll let you think about it. Let me know what comes up as you're listening to this video. Do you feel you're chasing it? You're chasing this, wanting to have these spirit guides in your life because you'll feel connected to something greater? What is the goal? What is it that you are looking to achieve? Let me know in the comments. And then we can create another video to walk you through the truth of what is happening, of why they're not coming in. All right, my darlings, I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And every video has so many messages. There's not just one, but if you listen all the way to the end, you'll find there's quite a few sprinkled across as we go. Because as I listened to them over the weeks, I realized, wow, that video had at least 10 messages for 10 different, depends on where you are on your journey. For some people, that message may not matter, but then in the same video towards the end, what comes up is what that person needs. So, that's why so many different things come up in one video each time, even though we're talking about the same topic. All right, my beautiful beings, I love you dearly, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.